Alright, so we decided to redo the thermostat housing. This is our old one. It would work. We made this guy here. This is off of my old 3-valve stuff. We've had to reduce it down to our 1.5-inch hose, not our 1.75-inch or 2-inch, whatever that is. We've had a bit of a rethink on how it's going to flow. That's our in from the block. We need to open that up, but we have it welded on. And then this is going to be our outlet when the engine is still cold. And that's going to go to our lower radiator hose, so down there. So essentially cold, it's going to come through here, through the smaller port, in through there, with a bit of bleed by through the radiator. But it's always going to have nice flow onto the thermostat. My worry with this setup here, of having that little guy, is that it's just going to deadhead there, and not a lot of flow is going to go return in, and we're going to get a little bit of internal weepage by, because we do have some, and it's never going to heat up the thermostat till the engine gets way too hot. So this way we're going to have constant flow going through, and then once the thermostat and the engine warms up and it needs to cool off or regulate the temp, this guy here pushes down. It's got a little bit of bleeder ports. It pushes that through, closes that off, and then it comes out through the larger port here. Well, through the thermostat. I mean, it can only be so much of a port, which is why I was not ever going to think about going to anything that big, because it's reduced by so much through thermostat, which is interesting because the one of those thermostats there is the stock one out of the 6.8 liter. So it must be a thing where it's using the bigger ports off of the diesel motor and keeping that on the and just using a different end to adapt it to the 6.8 gas, or because there's no other reason why you would go to such a big hose from a small thermostat. But yeah, so it'll flow through here, it'll flow through the bottom, we blocked off. We're then going to cut this off here, we're just going to weld it up, and then probably on the block we'll just put a freeze plug, or we'll drill and tap it for a some sort of ORB or some sort of MPT port. And then we'll have no worries. I mean, bit of messing around and a lot of frustration to get to this point and having to weld all that up. But I think in the end, we're going to have a better system with this. And I do like the look of it more. It's gotten rid of the, you can still see the old threaded bits. It's too shiny because I sanded it down. And it looks pretty hokey. It might function, but it definitely looks hokey. And we were going to have to make a gasket. We were going to have to, or goop it, and then gooping on your thermostat never is great because then you might seal it up. This guy here, we can go to the store. We can buy a stock O-ring. We can go to the store. And I mean by store, I mean online, because good luck locally. I can buy this gasket here on its own. Boom, bang, boom. It's in there. We have room for another port that's hidden away, or a sensor that's hidden away. It's going to be a really nice correct sensing port because it has the flow through the coolant or through the engine, either through the radiator or bypassing around. So it'll probably be my engine temp. It'll be good. Yeah. That's about it for today. I'm pretty pooped, but comments, concerns, put them down below. And I'd love to get back to you. But other than that, smell you later.